Parade, rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Lieutenant Warren Higgs, Recruit Training Command's Drill Division Officer. On behalf of Rear Admiral Arnold Lotrain, Commander, Naval Service Training Command, and Captain Andy B. Andrews, Commanding Officer, Recruit Training Command, welcome to our graduation ceremony. Today you'll see 11 divisions, 823 sailors participate in the graduation ceremony, and soon join the most powerful Navy in the history of the world. The unit positioned at center deck is the Review Commander and staff. The Review Commander is responsible for conducting the graduation ceremony. Today's Review Commander is Assumer Recruit Devin Hibbler from Memphis, Tennessee. Performing and graduating today is the State Flags Unit on their 8th and final week of training, the Band Choir and Drill Team on their 7th week of training, and the Staff Unit on their 6th week of training. These units are comprised entirely of recruits. Also performing today and positioned at the extreme left end of the drill hall is the Navy Band Great Lakes. The Navy Band Great Lakes was formed in 1917 and was first directed by Lieutenant Commander John Philip Sousa. This is the only Navy band in the Midwest and performs throughout the Great Lakes region. Conducting and drum majoring for today's graduation ceremony is musician First Class Richard Lindbergh. Upon their night of arrival, recruits are placed into divisions of approximately 80 people and assigned 3 division commanders. From then on, Recruit Training Command's vast team of instructors, counselors, and support staff train and acclimate these new personnel for Navy life. However, the Recruit Division Commanders form the backbone of recruit training and are the key individuals in the life of every recruit. They are responsible for ensuring that recruits receive all the tools necessary to succeed in the intense environment of today's fleet. Division commanders must serve as counselors, disciplinarians, administrators, and military leaders. Above all, they must show themselves as outstanding examples of military bearing, appearance, attitude, and behavior. In the absence of their division commanders, the recruit chief petty officers take charge and will lead their respective divisions as they graduate today. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the graduating divisions and their division commanders and recruit chief petty officers. As I introduce each division and individual, they will raise the competitive flags they earned throughout their training. As I introduce each recruit chief petty officer, the flag representing their home state will be raised. Please hold your applause until all introductions have been completed. Starting from their right. Division 0, 5, 3, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Keith Adams. Petty Officer Second Class Kelly Williams. And Petty Officer Second Class Robert Medford. And their recruit Chief Petty Officer Senior Recruit Terrell Hall from Shreveport, Louisiana. Division 0, 5, 4, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Jessica Brown. Petty Officer First Class Angel Santos. And Petty Officer First Class Braxter Brooks. And their recruit Chief Petty Officer Senior Recruit Josue Ledesma from Bakersfield, California. Division 0, 5, 5, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Tamala Burton. Petty Officer First Class Walter Cyphers. And Petty Officer First Class Mark Young. And their recruit Chief Petty Officer Senior Recruit Gerald Duggar from San Diego, California. Division 0, 5, 6, commanded by Petty Officer First Class David Ramos. Petty Officer First Class Christopher Pizzo. And Petty Officer First Class Nicholas Strader. And their recruit Chief Petty Officer Senior Recruit Justin King from Houston, Texas. Division 0, 5, 7, commanded by Petty Officer First Class Antoine Woodfield. Petty Officer First Class John Goo. And Petty Officer Second Class Leslie Kitchen. And their recruit Chief Petty Officer Senior Recruit Andrew Alvidrez from San Antonio, Texas. Division 0, 5, 8, commanded by Petty Officer First Class Robin Jackson. Petty Officer First Class Jamie Jarouche. And Petty Officer Second Class Greg C. Their recruit chief petty officer is Senior Recruit Anthony Copeland from Sacramento, California. Division 0, 5, 9, commanded by Chief Petty Officer John Faulkner. Petty Officer First Class Julie Savage. And Petty Officer First Class John Errol. Their recruit chief petty officer is Senior Recruit Stephen Lockwood from Amherst, Ohio. Division 0, 6, 0, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Corey Bates. Petty Officer First Class Deborah Severino. And Petty Officer First Class Walter Moore. And their recruit chief petty officer is Senior Recruit Alvin Howard from Faraday, Louisiana. Division 0, 6, 1, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Marcellus Norton. Petty Officer First Class Donald Catlin. And Petty Officer First Class Anthony Cooley. And their recruit chief petty officer is Senior Recruit Gregory Abrams from Oxford, Ohio. Division 0, 6, 2, commanded by Petty Officer First Class Benjamin Allen. Petty Officer First Class Melissa Chapman. And Petty Officer Second Class Troy Rafferty. Their recruit chief petty officer is Senior Recruit Colin Ward from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Division 9, 0, 9, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Marco Gavino. Petty Officer First Class Erica Teasley. And Petty Officer First Class Rashay Douglas. Their recruit chief petty officer is Senior Recruit Robert King from Houston, Texas. On behalf of the commanding officer and staff of Recruit Training Command, we congratulate these division commanders and recruit chief petty officers on a job well done. In a moment, you will see the ceremonial side boys, boatswain, and honor guard take their places for arrival honors. This time-honored tradition is our formal greeting to this morning's reviewing officer. When requested by the announcer, please stand for the arrival honors, the marching on of the colors, the national anthem, and the invitation. Military guests remain covered throughout the entire graduation ceremony. And ladies and gentlemen, one final note, as befitting the importance of this occasion, our ceremony is conducted in a formal manner. However, we encourage you to participate in the graduation ceremony by letting your applause show your sailors just how proud you are of them. The graduation ceremony will commence shortly. Once again, welcome aboard.
Will the guests please rise? Recruit Training Command arriving. Staff arriving. Naval Air Warfare Center Training Systems Division arriving. The guests may be seated. Will the guests please rise?
stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Return the color!
Chaplain Ibn Noel will offer this morning's invocation.
Let us pray. And eternal Lord God, whose ways in the sea, whose paths are in the great waters, whose command is over all, and whose love never fails. We gathered here today are intimately aware of your presence, and in submission remain humbly obedient to your will. Thus, it is in this prayer we ask that you smile upon us each one, as we joyfully celebrate together the transition of these young men and women arrayed before you now. Young patriots whom you, by your leave at the conclusion of this ceremony, will officially join the ranks of the world's most powerful navy. As they do, let the uniform that they wear, dear God, remind them daily of the conditions of the service of which they are called. If they are inclined to doubt, steady their honor. If they are tempted to do wrong, grant them the courage to resist if they should miss the mark. Fortify them with commitment of conscience to try again. For it is you who take us as we are and make us what we ought to be. Thus guide them with the light of truth and give them the strength to faithfully serve. And this, dear God, is our praise, our plea, and our prayer, to which we do now in concert and with one voice say, Amen.
Eternal Father, strong to save, whose arm hath bound thy restless way, who bids the mighty ocean deep its own appointed limits keep. Oh, hear us when we cry to thee, for those imperiled on the sea. Amen.
Our guests may be seated. At this point, the commanding officer would typically issue orders and instructions to the unit commanders. Then the unit commanders would face about and relay the information to their divisions. Today's events show how orders pass through the chain of command.
Division! Report!
Division 053, all present, all accounted for, sir.
Very well. Division 054, all present are accounted for, sir. Very well.
Division 055, all present, all accounted for, sir.
Very well.
Division 056, all present, all accounted for, sir.
Very well.
Division 057, all present, all accounted for, sir.
Very well.
Division 058, all present, all accounted for, sir.
Very well.
Division 059, all present, all accounted for, sir.
review.